Guys are missing out, then they can join and listen to this class.
Okay.
Okay, so hey, can you mute? Like, if you can use headphones, it will be great. Please use it. Okay, so there's a problem. Okay, let's. So yeah, today in the previous class, I have said about have we have done some simple application in less than um. Don't save. Sorry. Let's. So there was a problem with my zoom. So what I will do is I will completely zoom the things up. So this is simple like content what I'm showing you. Okay to you. So generally, whenever you are watching any Salesforce.com videos,
Venkat.
Salesforce. Yeah, someone calling
Venkat.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is Randir. Can you just maximize your window if that's possible, or is that the max that you can?
Yeah, I'm maximizing it actually. So this is the maximum style, right?
Oh, okay.
Can you see my screen properly? So this is simple. What there's nothing much in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can. Uh, Yeah, so there is a sales safe harbor statement in each and every Salesforce.com slides. The real meaning of this safe harbor statement is what all the promises what Salesforce.com is giving to the customers is based on the existing features.
Mm-hmm.
So some people like there are some features which Salesforce will talk about in the Dreamforce events. So each and every year, Salesforce conducts a big event called Dreamforce in San Francisco. This is the biggest event in like in the world with a lot of technology guys coming in and learning about cloud mobile social stuff. What they generally say is Salesforce guys will say about the future predictions, also what they can do with Salesforce. So they are saying simply we are not promising the all the features of Salesforce. What they're talking about future applications and products, but the existing features and products can they can customers can use it very proper 100%. They can use 100% of existing features, right?
Okay.
So what all the promises, what all the future technologies what they are thinking of, sometimes they might file also. That's the reason they don't want to promise the complete features, right? But the existing features what they are promising will work 100%. Okay, let's this is the safe harbor statements. You can see this slide in each and every video of salesforce.com and each and every presentation also, right?
So, so the release is one version every year or something, or
No, there are
what is
three
it?
versions every year, three versions.
Okay, including okay,
Yeah, there are three
major
versions
issue.
every year.
Okay.
So generally people ask how to upgrade the product. Sometimes you will be getting notifications in your MacBook Air or Windows to upgrade the OS, right? But here Salesforce.com will automatically updates your version. There are some critical in sometimes there will be some critical updates which cannot be which can be conflicting with the existing features. In that cases, what they will do, they will give the feature for enable or disable for you only for the customer, so that they can activate or deactivate the new features, right? So they release the upgrades three times a year, three product releases per year. So something like students intakes like a college intake starts in spring summer and sorry summer spring winter, three releases a year. What they will do, right, generally when they are going to release, initially they will conduct a simple webinar to all the people across the globe. They tell about the new features what they are going to launch. They share the PDFs, documents, all this stuff. If the customer is interested in taking that features, they can automatically use that features. Some customers will have some problem with the features what they're going to release in the future. That time, in that cases, you have to raise a ticket to the salesforce.com and say that I don't want these features, please stop updates to my organization, something like. They can talk to them and they can be in the same version. But all the
Uh,
features are compatible, backward compatible. All the features of 28th version will be applicable, will run on uh, all the 27 features will run on 28th version. So all the old version features will work on the new version applications. Do you have questions?
yeah, I mean, it's a typical cloud application. So we are essentially logging into the app, right? So,
Yeah,
so updates and all will be done on the cloud, right?
exactly. Everything is on cloud. You just need to put down your username password to log into that. So the salesforce.com takes the complete um, complete
Hosting, yeah.
yeah, hosting and everything on the system. They have complete privileges on the system. They can do anything on the, and they can give proper security also for your data, all this stuff. So backward compatibility for all the API was are available in salesforce.com. The meaning of this is, so if you are running on if you have developed your application on 22nd version, this will run on 20th version also. That's all backward compatibility.
Okay, I mean, what all customizations that we have done on the previous versions, those things we'll have to check for the later version, right? Whether they are
Those
working
things
or
will
whether that
automatically
group,
work. Those things will automatically work in the future versions.
even the custom components, is
Yeah,
it?
custom components also will work, but some cases like so for suppose I will give simple example. Before 2010, there is some feature called s controls, which you can write some custom widgets with javascripts and html. So that part is completely stopped in around 2018th version, 19th version. So still some customers are using that features as controls. They cannot write new as control, but they can use the existing controls what they have written. They can work with the
Oh,
existing controls.
okay.
So as controls are replaced by visual force pages, which is really good now. You can do a lot of UI stuff with visual force pages. I will explain in detail about in the future in the next classes. So generally, module agenda. So force.com is a platform on cloud computing, all this stuff. So I will just go to the next slide. There's nothing much in this. So again, I just talk about other platforms available with Salesforce. So I showed you a CRM application in the previous class, but I showed you demo how to create app. There are some existing apps like sales, marketing, call center. These are existing apps in Salesforce.com. Um, and the charter also, you can see that it's an existing app. This is called collaboration cloud. So I want to show you a few things. If you want to talk to other employees in your company, you just talk like a Facebook like. So I can say like, hey, if I want to mention some guy, so Bhaskar is an employee in our company. So I can put Bhaskar. It automatically, I can mention that guy and I can say, hey, can you come to this room? Can you work on the PPT which we have to demo on Saturday? I can mention him so that he'll get some notification about that because I have mentioned him, and people can comment and people can answer the things. So he's asking about, I need some help on Salesforce Administration 201 certification. I said, yeah, I can help you out. Some other guys can post some PPTs or some important documents for his study. That can be possible. So if I'm asking some question on charter, the other employees can reply. If they know about that answer, the other employees can reply. It's like a collaboration cloud. Do you know Yammer? Or it's for enterprise collaboration cloud. See, I cannot ask my employees to use Facebook to their employee internal communications, because Facebook is the public cloud. Everyone can see your data, right? So I just want to create my own collaboration cloud like Facebook for my company enterprise. So for that, I can use charter.com. Charter.com is free for most of the companies. If you have your company email address, you can directly use Charter.com. Um, Force.com, as I said, it's a platform, and database.com is again a database. It's like a platform for sharing the database to them. So, for suppose, I'll give a simple example. I'm developing a mobile application. I don't need any web application. I just need a database in cloud. In this case, I will use database.com for storing my mobile data. So can you tell me some mobile application which is you are using extensively? For suppose you might be using Foursquare, right? I want to save all my data of the user in the in some database. I can use database.com as a database, cloud database. I can save all the points where I'm going, all the geolocation points where I'm going into the database whenever I'm checking in my Foursquare application. That can be done with, I can use this database like a cloud. I can scale it whenever I want to scale. I can pay for what I am using. Same with same like our Salesforce.com. I can use database.com licenses and I can use it, right? So again, Salesforce.com will provide the proper authentication services with username and password. They can so for a mobile application you want username and password, but uh, that type of identity management also can be done with Salesforce.com. Um, so so all these things can be configurable with point and click way. Yesterday in the previous class I have shown you how to develop an application in less than 15 minutes. We have done a simple recruiting application for applying jobs, all this stuff, right? So same way you can do a lot other things in Salesforce. So the main things, um, uh, the main technologies we use in Salesforce.com is Apex and Visual Force pages. I will tell you clearly when we are going to use Apex, when we are going to use Visual Force pages, and when we are not going to use these two things, when we are going to use only button click things, all this stuff. The coming slide. So again, this is about building and coding applications in Salesforce.com. And again, when you want to integrate your applications with other systems, when I said about so you want to integrate with other applications like SAP or google.com, so you can integrate with some other apex language also, you can integrate, and you can integrate even with force.com api. Let's move to other slide. So I will explain to you in detail about these integrations in the future classes. So when to use which language, okay? So which is really faster? So generally when you're developing your applications with configurations like button click things, it's really faster than coding. So for developing a app on Friday's class, I took only 10 minutes. It's really faster than coding, easier to maintain. You don't need to maintain it automatically. Salesforce, it automatically upgrades the existing features, all this stuff. Enable like means you are generally using Salesforce standard features, all this stuff. Okay, no coding skills are required. Even the administrator can develop this type of applications. When coming to programmatic stuff, right? It's great flexibility to develop applications. Some customers will ask, I want all this web application in red color UI with black color font text, all this stuff. They want some custom branding. If you take Coca-Cola company, they wa- they they want to see their all applications in different branding. They want to see lot of information in the same web page. In that cases, you have to take Apex language and Visual Force pages to write some develop own pages and show the information. That case you can get more flexibility in the application wise, and more like you can develop more complex applications, and you can control the application behavior with user interface colors, all this stuff you can control. You can do more integrations also with other applications, right? um, So again, I told you in the Friday's class, please do not take login from login.salesforce.com. It will expire in 30 days. But the one better thing to take is you take login from developer.force.com. Here, the login what you're taking from this URL will stay for lifetime, and it won't expire at all. So this is generally specific to developers. The developers can try a lot of new things in this organization. You can use integrations, you can try developing applications, you can develop applications using apex, all this stuff. So you can see so try this URL. I'm just going to share this URL even in the mail also after the class, but even I'm putting down in the chat. um, so this URL contains a lot of documentation about salesforce.com, about documentation about all the apex visual force pages, how to develop applications from scratch, how to integrate, how to deploy, how to load data, all this stuff. You see a lot of information, a lot of PDFs, a lot of HTML files, all this stuff. Again, there is a forum in developer.force.com. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, just go there. Generally for developer.force.com, you can use your own same login what you have taken the license. So when you are signing up, right, you are going to use some username password. Same username password can be used in forums for posting your questions. So today you are trying to develop some application, you are facing some problem. Just put down your question there, and there are a lot of thousands of people in the world. People answer very immediately in less than 1 hour. You'll get a proper answer for your question. Okay, and there is a code here. Instead of showing here, I just want to click here, go here, and just click on developer.force.com. This is the URL. So see what I'm telling is I'm not telling you not only to uh, take my trainings. You want to try on your own. You have to learn a lot of things from this portal. In Salesforce guys will give a lot of new data, new documentation, a lot of new PPTs everywhere in this portal. So here this is the documentation. Go to library, click on documentation. So here is the Ajax developer kit. You might be knowing Ajax. What is Ajax? So it automates asynchronous Java script. You can write that stuff for automatically refreshing the things or at particular time or particular intervals. And there are a lot of frameworks, SDKs for mobile integrations, analytics APIs. So there are a lot of data, Apex workbooks. This is a PDF. Everything you can see here, documentations. All these are documents. I will tell you some important documents. I will message you. And again, Salesforce has their own database, as I said, right? It's a cloud database. You are not seeing any database like command line thing, but you simply by dragging and dropping, it automatically creates object relationships in the backend. You just need to only query the databases. You don't need to create the database tables. In the previous class, I will show how to do that. So it automatically, when you're dragging and dropping an object in our schema builder, in the yesterday's class, I have done created an object, right, called candidates job applications. So it automatically creates database in the backend, objects in the backend, and you can query the data from that by using SOQL and SOSL language. SOSL is something like SOQL. The full form of SOQL is Salesforce Object Query Language. The full form of SOSL is Salesforce Object Search Language. Salesforce Object Query Language is something like select ID name from account where you can put some condition. That's simply like SQL query. What is SOSL? SOSL is not only searching your one object, you can search for a lot of objects. You can search for uh, existing objects in our Salesforce organization. For suppose, when you're trying to search, so this SOSL is generally useful for searching, global search. So I want to find out all the records in my system with name called Shashi, right? If I put Sashi in this SOQL core, select account data, contact data, opportunities data, job applications data from so where you can directly put where, where name equal to Shashi. So it will search all these four objects and it will show you the results. That's the Salesforce such language. Generally, Salesforce such language will not be available in Oracle, anything like this. This is really specific to Salesforce. In Oracle, you can only search on particular object. You cannot search on the all objects in the database. But this will help you out in this. So for knowing this documentation, just click on this new tab. Here is the documentation for you. Everything you can see here one by one. If you click on plus sign, it will expand. It will you can see the syntax for SOQL languages. Select name from account. All this stuff. The notations. This is the actual notation, right? You can put the count, and this is the where class. What is where class, and what is the keywords? What you have to use in SOQL programming. You can see each and every documentation here. Whenever you're free, please go to this developer.force.com and explore this portal. You'll see a lot. And if you have any questions, please post in forums and even ask me also. I will explain. I will try to answer the questions. Okay. And coming back to code share, I'm talking about code share now. What is code share? So some people, what they will do, if they are good developers, right, they develop some code on salesforce.com, like apex and salesforce codes, coding they develop. They want to donate it for free to the all the developers. In that cases, you can log into your application and you can upload it here. This is the code share. If I'm clicking on code share, I see a lot of applications. So this is Stratoforce. This is developed by some guy called John Co, and he donated to the developer community. If you want some help on this type of application, so here is the detailed explanation about the application, and you can learn about it. And you can, if you want similar type of application, you can use this code. You can modify some things according to your needs, and you can deploy your application to your customer. Right? There are a lot of applications like this. There are a lot of free code in your developer.force.com hash code share. Okay, and let's go to yeah, here is the main thing for signing up for the free developer org. After clicking developer.force.com, right, you can click on sign up. Click on sign up to get to see. Here is the sign up button. So guys, please take the login today and try your own stuff in your application. Okay, just give your username, first name, last name, email address, postcode, and username. So the username should be in the format of email address. And if you already taken the same username, if same email address already in the salesforce.com, it won't allow to take the same username because it's unique, right? They want the unique username for all the salesforce.com customers. So if you have taken shashi at the rate of gmail.com, next time when you want to take this other developer login from the same email address, you can take multiple. For the same email address, you can take multiple logins. Only if you are using different username. You can take say shashi at the rate of gmail.com. Again, you can extend dot one or two dot three, something like this. Shashi at first time you have taken a email username called shashi at gmail.com. Next time if you're trying to take the same thing, it won't allow. What you have to do is you have to click on dot uh, org1, org2, org3, org4, org5. You can take any number of logins from the same email address. Okay, if you just put all the details and if you click on this, if you agree for the terms and conditions, if you click on sign up, you'll get the email address to your password. You'll get your email address. You have to reset your password. You'll get a link. You have to reset your password. Okay, just take the login today and try your new apps. Okay, so this is the whole little all UI. Yeah, here I just want to, here is the things what I said, right? When to go for the when to go for apex programming, visual force programming, complex doing coding stuff, when to go for the standard button click things. So here is the declarative and programmatic ways. These are all declarative, these are all programmatic things. So when you are creating applications, when you are creating tabs, page layouts, record types, all this comes under declarative things. You can do this following things with button clicks. When you see on the right side, so this is the standard. You can see that you can build only standard UI, standard tabs, standard page layout, standard record types in Salesforce. When you come on the right side, this can be done only by the programming languages like for short pages, web controls, sites, com sites. All this stuff can be done with coding called Visual Force programming language. The user interface can be controlled by Visual Force programming language, and by standard, this can be controlled by applications, tabs, page layouts, record types, all this stuff. Okay. Coming to the business logic, what is business logic? So, can someone tell what is business logic from the participants? Yeah, I'll explain you. Okay. You there? You guys there? I think Shashi is not the call, right? One second, Ramya.
Ranjit has left just now, I guess.
Okay, just like I will wait for him. Sorry, I'll message him and they will come back to you in less than a minute. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Bye.
Okay.
One second, I will be there. I'm coming in a second.
Okay. రెండున్నాయి నాకు.
Hello, Ramya. Yeah, there. Just messaging him. Yeah, if you can message, please message him.
Hello.
Yeah, if you can message, can you message him on WhatsApp on the group?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm messaging. No problem. Please wait. Okay.
Okay.
Shashi will come, right? Shashi.
Uh, I guess Shashi is not in the window, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Like I'm just going on. So if they want, I will share the
Okay.
PPT. I just messaged them. Okay, if you have a separate group, or you can just call them. One second, I will just message them from my email. Just hold on. Um,
He just texted. He's having some issues with his Wi-Fi, it seems.
okay, no problem. Okay, let's go on. Okay, cool. Uh,
Okay.
okay. See, what is workflow rules? Generally, what is business logic? Uh, generally, when you are using any enterprise applications, generally people use
Mm-hmm.
enterprise applications only to reduce the time, to reduce the effort. So when you're creating a job application in your system, you just want to send out an email automatically to the uh, to the to the recruiter, as well as to the person who is applying for the job, right? So if you want to do it manually, it will take a lot of time. You have to apply separately in the application, and again you have to send out email separately to both the teams saying, hey, please come to the interview. You can talk to the recruiter again, one more mail saying, hey, our candidate is coming to the interview on this 2 p.m. time. It's really tough to handle all this stuff, right? So for doing that, you can build automatic rules. Whenever a job application is getting created, you can send out a mail to the recruiter saying, You can build the own template like this. Hey, hi, a recruiter. So our candidate is going to come for this interview on say 2 p.m. This time, as per your schedule. And okay, please let me know what all the checklist what you are looking for. I'll put a mail to him saying CCing the candidate. And again for candidate, I will put one more mail saying, hey, please prepare. Please take the interview on 2 p.m. With this customer. He is the recruiter, and so this is the jobs and roles and requirements, roles and responsibilities you need to apply. You need to work on it. Please prepare all this stuff. So please send out the documents to this recruiter automatically. This type of templates automatically you can send out these two people automatically with you can save a lot of time like this. These are called email updates. So this can be done with workflow rules. So I will clearly explain you what all we can do with workflow rules and what is the need of these workflow rules in developing business logic. So suppose when the candidate is selected, you want to update the status of this candidate to um, selected. That can be done with workflow rules by automatic field updates. You can automatically update the record data based on the time, based on the action, based on doing so many operations. So this is called business logic. Automatically the system will do something for you, for your company, for your business. Okay, let's go with validation rules. What is validation rules? Yeah. Validation rules are generally useful for stopping the data. If you are trying to accept emails from the customer. Hey, Ranbir, can you mute from your side? There's some disturbance coming. Okay. Yeah, thanks. What is validation rules? Let's go to the organization first, and I will tell you a little bit about this. So when you are accepting some information from the customer, username, password, and email address, if he's entering improper email address, he will show you some error saying that this is not the proper email address. That's called validation rules. These are really useful for validating the data what the customer is going to enter into your system. Okay, you can put this should contain two letters, sorry, one capital letters, one small letters in the password, and some numbers in the password. That can be done with validation rules. What is approval process? Again, in the company, so people generally do approval process in a lot of ways. For suppose you are working under your manager, so when you want to submit your expenses, so last time you have some travel plan for the company need, our expenses is around $5,000 for the complete travel to the business place. So you went to you spent all this money for the company work. You want to reimburse it. So in this case, you will submit this expense in your application to your manager. So he can approve or disapprove, because sometimes people submit bad bills, so he can disapprove it also. So there is an option for him to approve or disapprove this upload request. This is called approval process. So if he is approving this request, the record will be saved and it will be sent to the finance department automatically. If he decline this thing, you cannot get the money back. You can, so he can put some comment saying this is the reason for declining because you have entered some wrong bills. That process is called approval process. There are multiple steps of approval process you can create. First, suppose you can put lot of rules here, lot of criteria you can put. So if you are submitting a 5,000 to 10,000 expenses, you can manager can approve. If you are submitting under 5,000, there's no one need to approve, it automatically approves. 5,000 to 10,000, your manager must approve. 10,000 to 20,000, your manager's manager has to approve. Both the people has to approve. First your manager has to approve, later on your senior manager has to approve. If you are making $1 lakh for thing, your CFO has to approve. The type of rules uh, can be made with salesforce.com approval process. And same thing, business logic can be configured with apex. Apex language, you can configure the same business logic like workflow rules. You can configure, you can send email updates with apex. Generally developing uh, workflow rules, sorry, developing business logic in workflow rules, validation rules, approval process is really simple. but developing workflow, business logic with Apex, web services API, REST API is really tough because this needs a lot of um, coding and in developing applications with Salesforce.com. So yeah, again, it take less time when compared to Java and other tools, but still the same business logic you can develop in less than half an hour with with workflow rules, standard behavior of Salesforce. But if you want to build custom business logic, means if you want to develop something which cannot be possible with this, you have to do with Apex, which will take a couple of weeks. All this stuff, okay. And coming now, we have gone with this is model. Sorry, for every application, there is model view controller, right? Do you know this? What is model? Model is data model, database model, all this stuff. What is view? View is the front end view of the application. How the user is going to interact with your application is completely taken care by the view part. What is controller? Controller is something like when we are doing some operations. So if you are clicking on a button, what should happen in the backend? What should happen? A database record to be created, a record to be inserted, all this stuff will be there, right? That's called controlling your application. So model view controller, you generally use this concept in anywhere in web applications like Java, .NET, anywhere. Coming to Salesforce also, they use the same thing. So in this scenario, the user interface comes under view, the business logic comes under controlling part, and data model comes under model view controller, okay, MVC architecture, okay. And I have to explain about the objects, fields, and relationships. So generally, what is object in Salesforce, and how it is different from other Java object? I can say everything is same, but the way of creation is really different. Whenever you're trying to create your object in Java application, first of all, you have to install your Oracle server or any database server. You have to create a database. You have to create the table. You have to create the rows inside it, right? So but in Salesforce.com, we have done all this stuff in the previous assignment. In less than 15 minutes, we have done three objects, around 50 fields, around two relationships we have done. Do you remember it? What are objects what you have created? One is Java applications, one is candidates, one is jobs, okay. And fields, there are 10 fields in each and every object what we have created. What is relationships? Relationship is something like if you go to the database, there is a foreign key, primary key, foreign key, right? What is primary key, foreign key? So if I have a relationship between employee and their salaries, right? So you can say sorry, employee and project. Employee work for a project, right? So employee means he can work for 3 months in a project and he can change to other project also. So there will be multiple projects for each and every employee. So what you can do is you can build a relationship between employee and the project. The relationship between employee and project is one to many. One employee can do multiple projects, and again for one project there can be multiple employees at the same time, right? In for this between for this object you need many to many relationship. So yesterday, if you go to job applications and can sorry jobs and candidates, a person can apply for multiple jobs, and a person can apply for multiple jobs, and a job can be multiple candidates can apply to one job also. So I can slowly explain you about this relationship in detail in future, okay. No problem. So this is a simple descriptive class, and later on I will explain you everything in the Salesforce organization directly, by creating the stuff directly before you in the class. So same thing. So whenever you're developing this stuff, you have done with button clicks thing. I have drag and drop it objects. I have drag and drop it fields also. The same thing you can develop in coding also with web services API and metadata API in Eclipse. You can develop this stuff by APIs also. Okay, you can talk to other objects. You can take data and you can import export data with this following APIs. So this is really fast. The left side things which can be done with button clicks and which can be done with UI is really fast. Even the administrator also can do this stuff. The right side part is really tough. It will take some time to understand. It will take some time to learn. It will take some time to do on your own. Okay, but you need to do a lot of practicing on the left, on the right side part. This is Visual Force pages. This is mainly this is Apex and Web Services APIs. This is all metadata API, all this XML code type of thing. Okay, this is programmatic thing of Salesforce. So this is custom functionality and integrations, custom apps, all this stuff. We'll use this type of right side points. Okay. Okay. Um, what tools for application development? So generally, whenever generally you might not be seeing the test environments in the, as you are freshers, you might have not seen the test environments in enterprises. Generally, when you're developing an application, people do not develop applications on the production server. What is production server? Production server is generally used by the customers directly. They use it's a completely working live system in the server actually. That's called production thing. But generally for developing a app, you are not going to modify your production organization anymore. You have to develop your application in the developer environment. That's called developer sandbox. So you guys are taking to you guys are taking login, right? Developer.force.com. From there you're getting sign up and you're getting some free org, right? That's a free developer edition. That's a simple organization. But when you're buying licenses from a company, they will give one production server, which is really main server, main organization. And apart from that, you can take some sandboxes called developer sandbox, test sandbox, QA sandbox, full copy sandbox. What are the sandboxes? So when you are developing applications, you give developers the access to sorry, developer environment. There they can develop some application for your company according to your needs. If they have done the application, they will deploy this application to the test sandbox. This test sandbox is used by the testers. Testers will work on this by putting some data. They will enter some data, all this stuff. They will try. They will do a lot of testings, black box, white box, all this stuff. And later on, if that is really successful, they will deploy to full copy sandbox. What is full copy sandbox? What full copy sandbox is something like this contains lot of real time data, which is 0 months old. So I can get the fresh real, because in a enterprise data, right, you will see a lot of millions of data, but the testers cannot test with very big data, right? They can enter only 10 to 20 records and they can test it. But what if I want to test for very big data like 50,000 records, 1 lakh records, 10 lakh records? In these cases, you just import all your fresh production data into your full copy sandbox. You can get it with a single button click from your production organization. From there, you can test your application by deploying this developer application in developer sandbox to the full copy sandbox. There you can test it. If there is any issues in performance, in the security wise, in even data discrepancies, you can make it as a defect and you can send back to the developers. They will rebuild the application. They will send again back to the testers and again back to the full copy sandbox. If that is really successful, then you have to send it to the production environment. Again, you should not send to the production environment at any point. Means generally on weekdays, all this stuff. You keep some time, 2 hours in some coming week, Friday morning, sorry, Saturday morning, which is where people are not using your system properly. And before doing it, please send out a mail to all your people who are using your application saying that we are developing, so we have developed the application for you. We are deploying the new application to your production server. Please do not use at this point of time from morning 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Or you can put in the midnight also. People do not use in the midnight times, right? So, okay, that is called salesforce.com deployments from different sandboxes to the, this is deployment lifecycle. People generally develop apps on developer sandbox. They test it on QA sandbox and test sandbox. Later on they will they will do main testing in full copy sandbox with big data. Later on, after finishing it, they will deploy directly to the production server. Okay. And what all the applications you need? You need sandbox for development. You need startup menu, like the um, like you need some custom. You can create some objects manually in the Salesforce organization, and you can develop the coding with your force.com IDE. What is force.com IDE? IDE is something like Eclipse IDE. Do you know Eclipse IDE? It's the same thing. So generally for Salesforce.com, people have given a plugin for Eclipse. If you have Eclipse for Java, just go to Eclipse. So this is my Eclipse for Salesforce. So Eclipse for Java only, but I have modified it to Eclipse for Salesforce. By adding a line, you can do the Salesforce.work here in this organization. Okay. So I just want to show you the UI. It looks like Eclipse. You can do the Salesforce.com coding here. See, whenever it's loading, it's saying com.salesforce.ide.ui. This import lot of Salesforce related plugins and editor, all this stuff. Okay, let's move to other slide by then. And so when you're developing apps, you use your macros like some action tool and development tool. So this is where you can get documenting all this stuff, right? So what is force.com metadata? So what is metadata? Metadata is like object to object data, or data is metadata. Like generally, I will show you how metadata looks like. So this is a metadata actually. So if you can see, there's a force.com plugin here. This is a force.com plugin. All this code what you're seeing now is a force.com code, Salesforce.com code. Generally, as I said, you are not going to use the code every time. Whenever you cannot do your requirement in your with Salesforce.com button click things only, you are going to do this with coding. Otherwise, you generally develop your applications with the button clicks only. You by drag and drop, by sorry, by drag and drop, by putting some button clicks only. You can do this stuff. If you can only, if you have to try the development only if you cannot do your application on the button clicks or configuration. That's called configuration. Okay. So I just want to show you the metadata, how it looks like. um See, yesterday we have created some objects, right? Whenever you're creating the objects in the front end, how it will look like in the back end. I want to show you a custom object called CDA. So this object I have created in the front end with a drag and drop. I have dragged an object and created a name called CDA. So this is the backend data. It looks like XML data. So it will generally explain you what's the object name, what is the field name, what are the features, what it can do. The field names, object names, everything is shown here. This is the field name, customer product name, customer signed by. Everything is in metadata. This is called metadata for this CDA object, right? You can access this it in your Eclipse IDE. If you want to modify, you can modify the length of the characters, all this stuff, and you can save it. If you put Control S, it will save to your server automatically. There's no need to deploy everything to to the same server. To the same server, you can instantly modify. You can instantly get the perfect real-time data, and you can instantly save the new changes immediately with the Command S and all this stuff. So if you right click on this, see force.com save to server. These options are clearly available. What I will do, I will clearly explain you in detail when I'm dying to explain you, demo you about the self.com Eclipse IDE. Okay, I will show you the how to install the things from your system, so you can share your screen. I will tell you one by one, step by step, how to install the steps, all this stuff. Okay, this is metadata, force.com metadata. Here in this, right, we are developing some uh, recruiting application. So these slides are showing about the recruiting application. Um, so in the by end of this training, like generally by end of the slides, you can develop. There are a lot of slides, right? This is the legal salesforce.com slides. Um, so this is general requirement. So we tried a simple recruiting app with two objects the other day. But generally, this is a really big app. This will be done for 5 days in the training class. I'm not going to do this stuff in the current training class because if I do this right, it will take a lot of hours. But it's really simple to do, develop. What I will do in like if I do this try recruiting app, right? We are going to use all the 40 hours for this, but I want to use 40, the remaining 20 hours in this 40 hours for the other stuff. So here we are developing application for recruiters, for hiring managers in a company, and again for human resource managers in a company. So here these guys can ask for developer requirements. Hey, we are starting a new project. We want some 50 developers. So this guy can, the recruiter can, so this guy can approve. Yeah, you can means hiring manager is the person who generally approves. This guy will look for the people. So this happens, and this guy will again, hiring manager will conduct interviews and all this stuff, and again he source all the people to the HR manager with the final product interviews, all this stuff. Okay. So I'm not doing this stuff in this class, but I will. So this is the dimple data model. If I want this screenshot, I will share you that. If you want to try on your own on the weekends, you can develop it. This is the relationship. So a person can develop can create any number of positions in the system. A position is linked to a job application and a candidate. We did the same thing, right? This is a job. This is the candidate in our system. This is a job application. There's a relationship from job application to job and candidate, right? And if the job application is clear, so a interviewer is the person who interviews the candidate, right? So there's a link between sorry, uh, control Z. There is a link between interviewer and the candidate. With this link means he's interviewing this candidate and he can give some rating review. So even, so this is linked to a review. He can review this candidate has out of 5, I can rate up to 4 or 3, something like that. Based on these reviews, I can release offer letters here. This is a simple data model I'm showing on a screenshot. With this, you can develop an application for recruiters and for hiring managers and for HRs. So yeah, who are stakeholders and business partners of this application? Generally, when you're developing application, first of all, you have to take the proper requirements from the business team. Who all are going to use? You have to take how can they, how much they can spend on the project. Who are going to use, what data they want to capture, all this stuff you have to take on when you're trying to build the application. If you're simply building the application, then it will finally the customer will not be happy. The expectations of the customer will be really different, and you might developing, you are developing some different app, so finally they may not accept your application also. So be clear on your requirements first. Take inputs about their user interface, the business logic, and the what data they want to show in the Salesforce system, all this stuff. Okay. So this is simple. Like I'm just showing the simple. Please don't worry if you are missing some content in this. Just leave this off. Um, what I'm doing, I'm just moving out to the other stuff. Um, to my organization where I can show you the stuff directly to you on live. I'm stopping my screen share for a second to take the passwords. Yeah, I'm keeping it again. Okay. Yeah, this is the organization where I'm trying to log in. So everyone, there are 1.5 lakh customers of Salesforce. Out of that, there are, so each company, a customer is a company. Each company can have around thousands of users. ten thousands of users or lakhs of users also. So every person is trying to log in from login.salesforce.com. This is the only link they try to log in. They put their username and password there, and they will try to log in to the Salesforce system. So this is our system. Last day we have developed this application called Job Consultant E2Z stuff. Here, so do you have any questions here till now? Till how to log into the application, how to create the organization, all this stuff. If you have any questions, please just ask now.
Questions, please just ask now.
You guys there?
Yeah, everything is fine. I mean, I don't have any questions.
Super. How about
How about
Randy?
yeah,
Randy?
yeah, I'm good too. I'm good too.
Super. Okay.
Super. Okay.
Perfect. You're muted. Okay. Cool. So I would like to explain a little bit of you about this app. Now, as an end user, what people will use. So today I'm not a developer. I'm an end user. What generally I'm a recruiter. Generally, I go generally here when I'm trying to log in. I log into this application. If I want to search for Vamshi, just click on this is the global search. Yeah, some recommendations here. Oh, thanks. So here is the Vamshi. There is a candidate called Vamshi. There is a contact called Vamshi, right? So if I want to know about the candidate, click on this. This is simply navigation point. What I'm showing to you. Here's the record of the candidate, right? I can see the details of this Vamshi very clearly with his candidate ID, with the status. This application we have created on previous class in the demo class. Okay, and this is the open activities with this guy. This is the open activity history. I have not activated this very properly. I will show you the real advantages of this in future, in the coming classes. So it will be really confusing if I tell you now. Um, so and again, uh, as I said in the previous requirement, this is candidates, this is jobs, job listings is jobs, and this is a job applications. Candidates can apply for multiple jobs, right? A candidate can apply for Salesforce developer, Salesforce administrator, and Salesforce senior developer. Three jobs he want to apply, he will apply it. And again, Salesforce developer job is Salesforce job can be applied by Ramya, Shashi, and Randir also, right? Three people can apply for the same job. So the relationship between these two is many to many, right? Right? Right. Let's go to the data model. So Salesforce, where you see the database and tables, all this stuff, you don't see directly the XML stuff here. But if you want to see directly, just click on create, go to click on objects. So the objects, what you're seeing here, I will show you exact navigation points. Click on setup. You come to this type of screen where you can see all the system administrator way. This system administrator is responsible for modifying any changes in the Salesforce system. Means a developer is a system admin initially. He will develop application and he will share the login to the Salesforce administrator for the production organization. So he is the system admin now. Salesforce administrator is a system admin now. If there's any issue with the employees, any issue with the persons logging in or data issues, he will fix it. Saying that he has some problem with the login, all this stuff, he will go to the login history, something like click on setup. Here's the screen. Okay, this is loading. I, I'm walking you how system administrator will work if there's a problem with the login. Go to the user. Click on users. Um, just click on this guy. This is my user only. If there are 10 users, you can see the 10 users list here. But there's only one user in this current organization, so I can see only one guy here. So here is the data of the person, right? So here is the login history. See, I can see when this guy has logged into the Salesforce organization. He logged in on 15th 5 times, on 10th one time, on 18th today one time, on 7:30 PDT, means my time, right? 7:30 is at my time. Okay. So you can see every information here on the login history. Yeah, you can download the login history for the past 6 months of all the logins what he made, on what logins what, and what is the status also. Sometimes that guy might lost his password, so I lost the password, which I kept on 10th, and I forgotten that. So I have tried some invalid password 3 times. So that's the reason I am showing the status of this and which application I'm trying to log in, browser, which browser, all this stuff I can see here. But if you want more detailed information, just click on login history here. You can see even which browser, which OS, all this stuff. Here's the view, which browser, which things, all this stuff you can view here. Okay. So the system administrator will check. Hey, you can see after seeing the status, you can say, hey, hi John, your problem is you have entered wrong password. If you want to reset this password, I can reset it. Just click on this username. There is a reset password is option will be there. As I am the current user, I cannot change my, I cannot reset my password. I can only change my password. So let's see. I am just want to get a new user. Just click on user. Click on new user. Okay. Run the I'm creating a user for you. Just what you can do is you can share the login to the other people also. Okay. Run here. Okay. Run there. What I will make as the last name. So run there participant
Yeah.
alias. What's your email address?
Randirreddy@gmail.com.
Randir Reddy.
Yeah, REDD again. Yeah.
So you will get some email. I'm giving a license for you as Salesforce.com user. This
Mm.
platform has a full license. This Salesforce license have complete features of Salesforce. If you're trying with other things, right, you won't be able to do a lot other things. Charter fee is only for charter access. Force.com is only for Force.com things. Okay, I'm just giving you Salesforce license. Profile as system admin. Okay, so you will be active. I'm marking it as active. Okay, and what else? Clicking on save. So now you'll get an email. So if I reset password, you get the email now to your email address, and you can reset your password. So you can keep the password as training123 so that you can share the same username to all the other guys also. Okay, so that they can view the same system from their systems automatically. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the username. So again, when you're trying to take the login from Salesforce, you cannot take the same login. Here you have to take login like .com, .text, .org2, .org3 because I have already taken your login for this organization. You cannot take one more same username, but you can take the organization from the same user from the same email. Have you got it? I'm keeping the chart link. This is the email. This is the password. Keep this as a password. Training123. Okay. So when the other users are trying to log in from their system for the first time, they will be getting some security token. You have to share the security token which is coming to your email. Okay. I think generally no one will ask. Okay. Can you try logging in? So keep this as a password. Training123 because I have not set any password for you. You have to set on your own.
Okay, I'm logging in now.
Yeah. Let's. So after finishing, let keep me updated. So I will share your screen so that you can show you how you are trying to log in all this stuff. So if you are doing the stuff, I want to share your screen, dude. Okay, Ranbir. I want to mark you as a presenter so that you can share your screen and you can reset your password directly before us so that you can see how you're going to do us do that. Okay. I'm not seeing your screen, so you need to. Yeah, I'm seeing your screen. Sorry. Okay. Ramya, can you see his screen? Okay, no problem. So
I can see his screen.
okay, he's setting his password. So
Okay.
Ramya, what you can do is you can also log into your system and you can try entering the same username and password. I have messaged you the username. The password is training123. You try logging in from your system also. Okay.
You try logging in from your system also. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Cool. So first time when you are trying to log in, so this is your organization run there. So you click on sales app in the right top corner. If you click on that, you will get some drop down, right? You can select the job consultant application on the bottom. Just please explore when you are free, right? You just explore this, try to log into the system, and you can explore what are the apps, what you can use, and how you are going to create the data, right? So you are seeing this charter. This login is your charter actually. There is a post something, right? The option you are seeing here on the
Yeah.
post, run there is a post message.
Yeah.
You can mention me also. You can put venkat. Can you click on at the rate? You cannot mention like that. You can only mention with at the rate. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's my. You can click on the other stuff. Okay. Yeah, you can ask some question for me. I can answer you directly to you. Right. So if you click on that, I will be getting a message to my mobile to my laptop, all this stuff, and even I will get some message to my email also. So, Ramya, can you see the same screen for you? I think you will be getting some token, right? You have to share the token to Ramya. Run there, you will be getting some token to your email address. You have to share the token to Ramya. Just check your email. Just click on first message. Okay. If she's trying to log in from the first time from a different IP address, then she will be getting some token. Ramya, are you trying to log in with the same login?
I didn't get any email.
So you did not get any email,
No,
but
no.
I'm asking you to log in to the same Randir Reddy org. I've shared you the username, right?
Okay.
Randir
Okay.
Reddy at gmail.com, and
Okay.
the
Let me
password is
let me see.
okay. I'm sharing her screen now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm marking as pre- presenter. Okay. So
No, actually, I'm unable to do so.
why?
Okay, one. Give me a second.
I marked you as a presenter, so you can just click on
I'm
accept.
trying to click on the link. Mm,
No, you don't click on link. Click on login.salesforce.com. Type it. It's really simple.
one second. Login now.
Developer or log, it's the same, right?
Login.salesforce. Developer.salesforce.com is simply to get the login for the first time. Next time you go for the login.salesforce.com. Perfect.
No, no.
Yeah.
I already have a login name. So can I
No,
use that?
no. You can try with the Randir one. Just want to show you the password will be
Okay.
coming to
What
you.
is it?
RANDI
Okay.
IR.
Is there?
Yeah. I have messaged you on the
Aryan
at gmail.com.
at
Yeah.
gmail.com.
On the training one
Steve
two
Jobs
three.
123. No, I
Yeah.
changed it,
Got
right?
it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
So
changed
what
it.
is the new password?
Steve Jobs 123.
Yeah. Steve
One.
Jobs 123.
Sorry.
Steve Jobs
Steve
123.
Jobs.
Okay.
123.
Um. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a email, right? Email
It's
verification.
STEBEJOBS123, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is asking me for a
Email me.
verification
Yeah.
code.
Click on that. So he will be getting
Okay.
email so that he will share some 5-digit
Yeah,
code to
yeah.
you, right? This is only for the first time. So when you're
Okay.
trying to log in with the same thing for the next time, there won't be any issues.
I guess it changes if we try to log in from a different IP address, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you log in from the same
Yeah.
system, from the same thing, it won't ask you next time. But when
Yeah.
you,
Ramya.
Okay.
Sorry. It's
Yeah, yeah,
66
Randir.
66809.
66809.
809.
Yeah,
Okay.
verify me. Yeah, click on okay. Generally there is option to even take the
Okay.
token to your to your mobile number also. No, no, click on no, no thanks. I want to just go with. I don't want his mobile verification. You can use only
Okay.
the same email verification. Yeah, this is how
No
generally.
email verification. Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. Now you both the guys are sharing the same login, all this stuff. So there's no data. There's nothing like private data, all this
Okay.
stuff. I just want to show this stuff. Okay, let's
Okay.
move on to other stuff. So if you, I just want to take screen back to my thing. I want to
Okay, sure.
now I will show you the logins information to you. How many people has logged into his organization? Click on login history here. Can you see my screen
Mm-hmm.
now? Can you see my screen?
No. Yeah, yeah, we can see that
So here
clearly.
is the thing.
So,
Here is the thing.
Venkat,
See, yeah, tell me.
Okay.
Yes, tell me.
Venkat, this is a typical administrator role that you are doing right now, right?
Yeah, I'm just showing you how administrator will work. So I'm explaining you when a user raise a ticket saying I have a problem with my Salesforce login. What you will do? This is the scenario. What he will do? Just check this login history. If he's having any problem, it will show clearly the
Mm-hmm.
status information. See, first time Randir logged in with the application without any login failure at 7:23:25 my time. Means in your time it will be showing as
Okay.
9:23. It automatically show you the exact time
Yeah,
zone.
yeah. Later on, I tried to enter, but it showed me error, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, first time you have entered wrong password. Second time
Okay.
activation required. Third time activation required. Four times success. Means again
Mm-hmm.
the activation required also is also a
Yeah,
one
yeah.
type of status. So okay, this all shows here, and you can see the IP address of this guy Randir as 98.149, and your IP address is 99169. All this stuff. And again, use browser. What browser you're
Mm-hmm.
using? Platform. Windows 7. Your browser. Your Windows 8.1 version. The application is browser.
Okay. So
Okay,
all details about my browser and platform is
everything
shown
is
in
your.
this,
Again, when you are
right?
trying to log in, your there will be a session
Okay.
ID
Okay.
for Salesforce. This will add to your browser. If you clear all these things, right, again it
Mm-hmm.
will ask for email verification. So if you clear all your history,
Okay.
all your session IDs, all this stuff. So how Salesforce will do is they will store some session. Sorry, they will store some token inside your browser. If you're logging in from the same browser next time from the same IP address, it won't ask your email address because as the already token is already there. But if you
Yeah,
clear all
yeah.
this stuff, right, if you're trying to log in, it will ask for computer activation required for the email verification code. And again, this guy has to share you the same thing, or else you have to check your own email address. Okay, so this is how users. I have showed you how to create the users in the system now, and how to check their problems, all this stuff. If you come here, Randir is the participant. He is the system administrator. I have assigned the role of system administrator. Sorry, CEO. My profile is system administrator, and this guy is active. So let's do one thing. I just want to click on edit. I want to mark it as inactive. I just want to inactivate this. Okay. Now you cannot log into the system. Can you try logging to the same application now? Randir, can you do that now? If you refresh, I think it won't be having any issues. Can you refresh your application?
Okay. Yeah,
You, I think you,
it's
over.
not.
What happened to your system? It's logged out or it's in the same way?
No, it logged out. It says you have attempted to access a page that requires a Salesforce login. You are already a user in the
Yeah. So
system.
I have inactivated it so that you cannot log into the system now.
Okay.
So you can, if you try to log
Okay.
in, also it will show me wrong password, or it won't even allow to log in actually. So even
I'll
Ramya, you
try.
can also try. You can also refresh it. It won't allow us to log into the system.
Okay.
So you got it?
Has been disabled. Yeah, by your
Hmm.
system administrator.
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah. So generally, you can see you can delete any type of data in Salesforce organization, but you cannot delete user data because, for suppose, uh, Salesforce user data is really important data in organization because it stores the employee information first, and later on what are the data what is creating, right? So For suppose you are the employee of a company called E to Z Solutions for 2008 to 2012. You have created 40 job openings. You have created 40 candidate information. You have created 40 40 salary slips. Everything you have created in the database. Once again, if I'm removing it, right, removing your username, all the data will be removed, right? So I don't want to remove the information. So Salesforce has given the feature. There is no delete option for user object. You can have delete option for any other object. Go to click on candidates. You see a delete option there. See, I'm just clicking on Ramya's information, clicking on clone. I see delete option here also, but I want to delete the other Ramya. Okay, I'm clicking Ramya 123 and click on save. So I think it won't allow because candidate ID is duplicate because I want to give candidate ID as 29. Okay, 20. Okay, click on save because I have marked as candidate ID as unique in this class. Now this is saved. This is the new record of Ramya clone record, candidate information. I want to remove this. Click on delete. This record will be deleted. Now if I go to candidates, click on all go, I can see only these three profiles. I cannot see the Ramya 123 which I created just now. Coming to the recycle bin, there is a recycle bin here on the left bottom corner. There is a Ramya record here. You can see Ramya 123. So here I can empty my recycle bin by clicking on this. This will be removed directly from the system. If I click on undelete, it will go back to the my it will go back to my place. It might go back to my old place. See, now I click on go. Now I click on the same kind of information. I'm clicking on refresh. Now there is a Ramya 123 because I have removed. Sorry, I have restored my data from recycle bin. I have undeleted it. It's similarly like your Windows system, right? This is a cloud app. I'm seeing everything on cloud. There is a recycle bin on cloud. So now if I refresh, there's no Ramya data here in the recycle bin. This is went back to their actual data, right? And now let's do one thing. I just want to repeat the same thing. I've clicked on delete the record here. Okay, and now I'm just refreshing here. Ramya is here now. I want to empty my recycle bin. So no. Okay, yeah, empty my recycle bin. The records will be deleted completely. All the records will be deleted. Okay. So now if I go back so yeah, there's no data. Ramya 123 is completely deleted from my system. You cannot get this data back. But you can get this data back from Salesforce backend. So these guys will store the data for 15 days in the system and they will throw back after that. There is other way of accessing the data of your Salesforce into the UI. This application called SQL Explorer. I will tell you in detail about that later on because if I tell you now, it will be a lot of confusion. Okay. Okay. Now coming back to the home page again. So when you're clicking on home, this will bring out your charter. Randir has mentioned me just before 5 minutes when he logged in for the first time today. Hi Jude. He messaged me, hi Jude. So I can comment saying, hey, thanks for the message. Thanks for the charter message. This is collaboration cloud. So this is really famous in a lot of companies. Just click on. So I just want to, whenever you're free, whenever you're bored of coding all this stuff, when you are try practicing Salesforce, just go to youtube.com /Salesforce. You'll see the best stories of Salesforce. So people like there's people are developing a lot of awesome applications with Salesforce. There are a lot of companies like G. So GE people are using Salesforce. Their planes, like generally GE has airplane turbines, manufacture airplane turbines. So these airplane turbines will message the charter saying, "Hey, I'm on my temperature is this, my status is this." Everything it will treat a charter message. Do you think like what I'm saying is the GE airplane engines are messaging you saying that my status is this, my status is this. It can even say that my status is getting bad. Please cool my temperature. All this stuff, the type of things. So you can integrate with your any type of application, like with missions, with everything. So let's do one thing. Uh, so here you can see everything about Salesforce.com videos. Just watch these videos daily. You will be really inspired, and you will be really like get a lot of confidence about the stuff what customers are asking for, what people are doing, all this stuff. Okay, okay. And I can recommend you one video called Toyota Friend. Toyota Friend. This is the app developed on Salesforce.com, where Toyota cars in Japan will talk to you directly. You can take the temperature of. Hold on for a second. Toyota Friend. Oh, sorry. What I will like, I will message you the video. So it's really inspiring actually. It'll show you about their body temperature of the car, the how much miles it can go from that point of time, and it will store even the map information of the thing, and even anything in Salesforce. And if you ask for the temperature, if you can speak to your car, you can talk to your car with chatter. It will message you directly on the chatter board. That they have done for Toyota customers. People are using like this. So in the same way. Here is our where's our app. Cool. Click on home. You'll go to your home dashboard. So here you can do a lot of things. This is charter dashboard. This is a calendar. You can share your calendar to a lot of things. I can create an event. So I can create a new event, daily, subject training, contacts like who all is going to attend. Click on this. I can select Vamshi. I can select a lot of participants here. Not a problem. I can add to invitees. Okay. Um, So this is invitee. I can add one more invitee from the contact. Click on go. So Ramya is also left, right? Click on go, right? So I'm clicking on insert selected and done. Now these are two participants, right? I can even select the date, what time this is training daily. So I'm just creating a simple calendar event for showing how to do that from 8 p.m. right? 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 10 p.m. So you can see some information like training class. Please join. Okay, I can put some reminder. So click on send and save update. So this will be sent to both the emails of because I have given wrong emails to you guys, something like this. And even for Vamshols, I have given some bad email. It won't be throwing out any emails to you, but it will remind you before 50 days if the email is correct. Click on send and save and send. This is similarly like a calendar. It's advanced calendar where you can store a lot of events, a lot of meeting requests, all this stuff. I can click on by clicking on this, you can go to the calendar view of Salesforce. So generally, people like we are like organization in a company. People really value about the time. So every day you'll have some 3 to 4 meetings. You will share with other customers, all this stuff. You can manage all these things by creating some events here. Clicking on plus. Mm, new events, you can create new events here. Going back, I can see the existing event we did today, right? On 7/18. So I'm going back. I want to show you the event which I created now. So here is the event created 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So yeah. So he's the training. Like I mentioned this guy in the top things. At the list I have mentioned a lot of people, but this is assigned to this guy. Like this is I have mentioned the name as training name as Vamshi. Okay, even name as Vamshi. Assigned to this guy as a main candidate, main responsible person. So this is how you manage, and even with the 7 day view, this is 1 day, 7 days view of the first calendar. You can see the data here for this. Oh no, this is 18. This Sunday. Sunday won't be shown here because it show only the weekdays. If I click on show weekends, then I might see the Sunday. Now I'm Sunday. Yeah, here is the one option here. Okay, the meeting request what we have just now, and again I can see the monthly view also by clicking on this. Yeah. So so you can get calendar with your Google, with Yahoo Calendar, with Outlook Calendar, Microsoft Calendar, a lot of integrations there. Even you can share your calendar manager. Generally, people what in organization, people what they will do, right? So uh, your manager will be having a lot of meetings today. I will be having some meetings which is a different schedule. So generally, all the subordinates of a manager will share the calendar to the manager, so that he will schedule the meeting in a time which is comfortable for all the people. So if I'm busy in evening 4 to 5, he can't schedule the meeting at that point of time. So generally, if you don't know what times I'm busy, so it will be later for him to schedule a meeting at free times. So then it's really easy to share the calendar to a person in Salesforce directly. I can add a user directly. So I can add. I want to share my calendar to a user Venkat. I can even share it to you because I am at the manager level, so I cannot change you the things. Click on save. So I can add, if there's only few users in this, so I can add some more users and I can add it to, I can share the calendar to the guys, to the managers, all this stuff. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm the record owner, so I cannot share the record. So if there's other guy, I can share it. Public group, no other information. Let's do this thing after getting some users. Okay. Hmm. So I just am explaining about the home screen. So this is some recommendations about charter. So people generally Salesforce chart is not only like Salesforce Facebook. It also look like it looks like a Twitter also. You can follow some people. So here is the things, right? Here's the Vamshi, here's the Ramya. These are contacts. So generally, what Twitter will do in Twitter, you can follow some people, right? So Salesforce gives the better and really flexible following option for records also. Why is follow is really useful. So generally you follow in Twitter for taking some important updates from some ex person. You follow Amitabh Bachchan for taking updates about him, right? Generally in Salesforce there is a lot of data on accounts, contacts, opportunities, and candidate job positions. I can follow a candidate record also. Just click on candidate, click on Ramya's record. So if I'm a recruiter for Ramya, if I'm a marketing person for Ramya, I can follow this person. 1 second, back to candidate. So I have not enabled this option for this, but for candidates, so for I want to follow Ramya's contact. Click on this. So there is charter option here. So I can enable this option for all the records also for most of the objects in my thing, which are really important. I don't want to enable this option because if we enable this option, I'm going to create some new objects in the backend, which is really helpful for tracking. So what Salesforce will do is Salesforce will store the LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Cloud, YouTube, and any other social network information from here, and I can even follow her, even in the internal thing also. I am following him now. So when so what I'm doing now, I'm just editing the information. Clicking on edit, I'm adding the title as department as HR. Sorry, technology department. Okay, techno. Okay, click on save. Let's go to my email and check what happened to this thing. Um, so I will get an email update saying Ramya's information has been changed, something like this. Okay, there's a meeting invitation. So again, these updates have to enable. Let's go this. Okay, let's go in this free. Just click on go to my charter dash. I will see the information here on this. There's a change in data. on the home feed. So here, so okay, go to contact, click on Ramya's data. So I can follow this guy. So if see I'm putting some comment. So she needs job urgently. Let's do one thing. Click on share. Okay. Okay. Cool. I can see. I can talk on her record, so I can mention this on the record. I'll keep you updated. I'll work on this later. So I have to enable some updates, email updates to my email account, so that it will throw some emails whenever someone is mentioning me. I'll get some updates to me. Okay. That option is not enabled in this current organization, so I will enable that option to you. This is a new organization which I took on 15th, sorry, 10th of this month. Cool. I will update you. So generally, this is Ramya's record. I am talking. So I'm working. I'm a recruiter. I'm working on her. She needs job very urgently. So this information is visible to all the people in the organization. So if I move out of this organization, if I went out of this job, some other guy can come here and see the record is saved here. She needs job urgently, and he will see this information and he will try to market her really fast on the SFDC jobs, all this stuff. Okay. Cool. Let's move on to other stuff. I can follow people. I can follow some contacts. I can follow records also. Here's the follow option. Like a Twitter and a combination of this is the Facebook like environment. This is Facebook Twitter like features. And here is the meeting thing, calendar, meetings, events you can create here. And you can view the calendar view. You can integrate with other systems. Here's the task. What is task? Generally, manager will assign some task to you to finish something by end of the day. So I can assign a task to you saying you have to do this application by end of this next week. So what I will do, I click a new task, click on new. So subject is create organization, create developer org by let's do one thing. Click on go to contacts. I'll do a perfect email address to you guys. I'm clicking on edit. Can you give your email, Ramya? Email address? Can you message me on
What email?
email address? Can you message me on
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
or else I can get it from here. 1 second. I got your email. No problem. Right. Cool. So it's here. Click saving here. Save. Creating a new contact. Clone. Um, run here. I'm marking you as contact. This is run this record. Clone. Wamshi, right? Wamshi Kalapu. Last name is required for a contact for a user. Click on clone. So I have created 3 contacts now. This is way how to generally create. I'm just creating really fastly. I'm not entering a lot of other information. Ramya, Vamshikal, Purandir, Sachin, okay. Is this guy coming joining this training or just simply joined? Sachin. Okay, click on save, click on clone. See, I can create new also by clicking on contacts. I can click on new so that I can have to enter the information from scratch. Shashi Reddy, right? Shashi Reddy. I think he's the trainer, not the person. Okay, Shashi. Now I'm creating a new record. Clicking on save. This is done. This is created. So now what I'm doing is I'm creating assigning a task to create developer organization by end of today. By end of today, to what to all what context I'm just clicking here. Now sorted. I can attach a contact here to Ramya. Okay, click on save. Now you might receive an email. Let's check actually whether I've implemented or not to to your contact. Just check it. Do you receive any email? If not, we can configure it in in the coming classes. Oh, sorry, you don't receive your email, so you can see the thing in the contact information. Let's see whether it's activated or not. So I just want to create one more. Run here, save. Did you receive any email to your email account? Just check to your the primary email so that I can confirm. So I'll move on to other topics now.
No, I didn't get any mail, Venkat.
Okay, no problem. Like I think I've just refresh your email address again.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. I think we have to configure it. So let's. I do it later.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just explaining my. So here in my, if I'm refreshing this, I can see the two tasks here. Create developer organization by end of today, assigned to Ramya, and again this data is assigned to Ranbir. Okay, so means I'm asking these two people to create the organization by end of today. This is some task I'm assigning to these people. Okay, um, if they have done the organization, I can close this by clicking on X complete. So they have created the organization. They have created the organization. Just click on see it automatically change the status to completed. Clicking on save. So again coming back to the home screen, I can see the same thing. The previous thing is closed. So I'm again marking as complete for Randir also. Means you have finished this task. So the manager is closing the task on you. Okay. This is like project management, task management. Okay. And items to approve. Actually, again, I have said you. So when you are submitting your expenses to your manager, he will be getting this right. Same thing. So your manager, if you're submitting any expense reports, if you've done some any approval app, all the approvals what the manager has to approve will be shown here in the list. I can approve or disapprove, or I can do these things from here directly. It will show a list of approval requests from my subordinates, from my people, from my team. I can approve and disapprove. So this is all you see in the home screen, and I can modify this like anything based on my customer requirements, right? Okay, and um, let's go on to the. So again, these are tabs. What are these? These are tabs in your application. So these are so for a tab, there is a backend. It's linked with an object, or it's a web tab, or it's some simple some integration page, integrated page. Mostly Salesforce tabs are custom objects or standard objects. Today, I want to explain about the applications in Salesforce, and why they are useful to the company, all this stuff. So if I click on the top right corner, I see the applications, right? This is the application navigation button drop down. This is the current application which is highlighted on the top: sales, call center, marketing, app launcher, community, site.com, charter, Salesforce charter, and Salesforce content. These are other links. I will show you the use of this. So what is sales app? So sales app will support you to do the sales. This is really used by sales managers, sales account managers. They generally talk about campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities, forecasts, contracts, orders, cases, solutions, products. So generally, again, this case, these guys don't use much about cases, but they generally what all the cases, what the current accounts or opportunities are involved with. This is generally enabled only for this case. Generally, cases are mainly used in Service Cloud, say service application called Salesforce. So there's no special Salesforce call center is the service application. So why is call center is generally enabled? This is for supporting people, right? So there is no special name for service, something like that. It's involved in call center. If I click on call center, I can see the main object like accounts, contacts, cases, solutions, reports, and dashboards. So here, whenever your customer is raising a ticket, this will be showed in cases. And if you want to use some proper solutions, I can bring the solutions from my inbuilt solutions, or I can put my own comments also. That can be possible. This is for managing your ticket solutions, all this stuff. These cases can be created from many ways, right? Cases can be created from web, mobile, from web, phone, contact. Sorry, the case form. Case form means so you can give an option to the people to enter the case information from the website, from the customer portal, all this stuff. Okay, and even from Twitter, Facebook. Now these are social integrations done by especially famous by Salesforce. All this stuff. Again, whenever you are getting a case, this is linked to a contact. So I'm just explaining in very little bit about the applications here. Earlier I explained about the sales. What are the objects? What it has involved, like campaigns, accounts, contacts. Accounts means it's your customers or clients or persons who are paying money to you, right? This is having different name for different companies. So generally, people call it as customers. Some customers, some people call as accounts. Some people call as clients. You can rename this by. I will show you how to rename these options also. I can modify the tab names like anything based on your customer requirements. I can even modify the account name to Chinese words or to Japanese words, anything like this. All this configuration I will show you in on track. So I have shared you the PDF sheet where you can see all the training schedule in what time we are explaining, but I might explain some things before, some things after also based on the current schedule. I can modify a few things, but I am going to explain all the topics what I mentioned in the training schedule. Okay. So this helps you to show the products, all this stuff. I just want to explain you. Accounts is for storing accounts. Contacts is for contact information of the existing employees in the customers information. So I have a company called ARM Clouds. There is a I have a customer called MSN Labs. MSN Labs is my customer. In MSN Labs, MSN Labs is a company. It's my customer. In MSN Labs, there are CEO, CFO, CTO, all these people, and a solution manager, IT manager. These people are called as contacts for my company.
Venkat,
Yeah.
Venkat, how long are you going to take, Venkat?
Yeah, actually, I planned it for 2 hours, but just continuing it. I will close this class by just explaining this stuff to you. Okay, is it fine? If you have some time, I can
Because
explain you. I can add you some more time also.
no, because
If you have, so do you have some plans today?
no, it's not that, but like it's a bit overwhelming. So
Oh,
that's why.
okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Let's do one thing. So I'm just stopping here now. So we have. So I'm just explaining. This is the application navigation bar, right? What I will do, I will explain the remaining thing in the next class. So today we have done 2 hours of our work, right? So we can go up to max 2 hours in weekends. If In the next weekend, if you have some
So
time,
we
we
can
can.
go up to max 2 hours. In weekends, if the next weekend, if you have some time, we can.
So I'm repeating my voice, so I've disturbed.
So I'm repeating my voice, so I just.
Okay.
Okay.
By in the next weekend, what I am planning to take
In the next
is
weekend, what
like
I am planning to take
4 hours class directly.
4 hours
But on the weekdays,
class
I will take
directly.
2 hours. Okay,
On the
fine.
weekdays, I will take 2 hours. Okay. Fine.
Hey, I'm
Yep.
listening
Yep.
my
Hey,
echo. Okay,
I'm listening my. Oh, okay.
so from next time, please bring your headphones. Actually.
So for next time, please bring your headphones. Actually.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm closing the class for today. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
I'm closing the class for today. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Bye.